Hello everybody, welcome back to Puck Pals. My name is Noah, and today we have Sawyer Kittredge. He is going to start off our junior section here today. He is number 5, and he is mostly a center. Is that true?
That is true. I've played center pretty much my whole life, so.
So you are a center?
True center.
Yeah? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you coming on to Puck Pals. A lot of fans have been requesting you to come on to Puck Pals, so it's exciting to finally talk to you.
Thank you. Very appreciated for you to bring me here. Can't wait to have the opportunity to talk to you today. And I guess thanks to the fans who are out there talking about me.
I'm really excited to get to know you better also.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Before we dive into the questions, I want to say congratulations on your goal against Nashoba. It got assisted by Danny Miller, and then you just finished it off in the net. Yeah,
that was a good play. Good forecheck all along. Michael McLean did a great job getting the puck in deep, and then we went to work. Danny laid a good hit. Puck popped out to Miller, passed it back to him, and he had a nice shot that popped out for a rebound.
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight of the game because it's always like whenever you're losing and you score, you definitely it definitely gives your team energy. So you guys start to get pumped up and saying we can win, you know?
Yeah, like Tuck said in the last video, I saw him. We kind of came out very flat. I mean, letting up 2 goals in the first minute, that was tough. But I think our team bounced back, and always burying a goal helps the energy and brings the boys up.
Yeah. So I just want to let you know, before we get into the questions, some of these questions were actually requested from our Puck Pals fans to ask you. It's only the first couple, though. But
all right, sounds good.
The ending, and so to start us off, I wanna say these 3 things because that's what makes us see you on the ice.
All right, perfect.
That's what makes us see you.
Let's hear it.
So number 1 is you're always talking to your teammates and your goalie. So we're all wondering, what kinds of things are you saying to them? Are you giving them advice or?
Sometimes it's advice. I mean, I'm always trying to keep it positive with my team, keep the spirit up, and even if we let up a goal, we gotta be in a positive mind state so it doesn't, so we don't let it snowball. But you know, sometimes it's just relaying plays for face-offs coming off the bench. Coach will give me as the center a play, and I'll gotta communicate that to my team to let them know what we're doing. And otherwise, it's just talking mid-play, making it flow easier, and hopefully getting us goals.
You know, one thing I noticed is our whole team always stays positive. Everyone I've interviewed, they're like, we all have to stay positive, and now you're all staying positive, and you guys, you're not winning, but you're really close to winning. These last couple of games, you're off by only a goal or 2.
Yeah, we're putting it together. I mean, positivity is a key point to a successful team, and if we're not positive in the times that are tough, it's just going to snowball, and we're going to get even worse. So I think that's one of our strengths as a team. We do stay positive generally, and the locker room environment's great, so it's good to have a team that backs you and the rest of your squad.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
It's great.
So the second thing that makes you stand out is you're always talking to the other team. So we're all wondering, what's the weirdest thing the other team has said to you, and what is the funniest thing you said back to them?
Oh, the weirdest thing. I don't know. There's not really any weird things. It's not. Kids are generally bright enough to not say anything randomly out of the blue, but every now and then you'll hear something weird. I feel like the weirdest thing would be maybe when they chirp you and it doesn't make sense. Like if they're asking, what have you done all game? And you just scored. I mean, that doesn't really make sense to me. So I would say that's probably the weirdest thing, but I don't know. And then the funniest thing, I don't really have a funny moment. It's not a go-to line for me. I don't know. I feel like it's always just talking about what happened in the game, maybe letting the goalie hear a little bit that he's letting in a few soft ones, or letting the kid know about his height. Maybe he's a little too short to be talking, so maybe something like that. Just short and witty, keep it quick.
Yeah, just keep it quick. Just say your feelings, I guess.
Yeah, it's not always a targeted chirp. It's sometimes just necessary. If he's touching my goalie, you got to let him know.
Yeah, you always got to
protect him,
And speaking of your goalie, that's the third thing we're talking about. Is the third thing that makes you stand out is you're always protecting your goalie. No matter where you're on the ice, you always protect your goalie. So what's the hardest part of protecting your goalie in a game?
Well, I mean, you got to protect your goalie. Both our goalies are great this year. Both Terrell and Tristan have done a great job. And I think you got to protect the guy that keeps your team together. If he's not making plays, then we're not going to be able to win games and compete at a high level. So if he's doing his job, then I got to have his back and protect him. So if guys are screwing with him after the whistle, then you just got to go in and take him out. But sometimes the hardest part about protecting your goalie would be it might put a target on your back. It might see you as like the chippy guy, as the dirty player, but in reality, it's just trying to protect your goalie. And sometimes the guys are bigger, but, I mean, you just got to sacrifice to the team sometimes and come out knowing it's going to get physical and just being ready for that and being ready to stick up for your teammates.
I know, but you're strong. So I see you checking those. So I don't think they're gonna come back for more.
Thank you, but I mean, there's always work.
Yeah, there's
always work to be done.
Yes. Now let's talk about you as a player.
Perfect.
So what got you into hockey, playing hockey? Was there like a specific moment or person who inspired you to play?
I would say it probably comes from my family. My dad and mom and technically sister too. They're all into sports, and I feel like sports have always been on in my house, especially on the TV. I always liked hockey, becoming a very fast pace. I mean, especially as a child, I was a big fan of the Blackhawks, and I still like them today, but I feel like they really inspired me, and the fast-paced physical game really inspired me to get into it. And my dad played hockey in high school, so I think he probably got me into it the most. But besides that, it's a good time. My uncle likes it too, so I think it just comes from my family, basically.
Yeah, it comes from your family.
Yeah.
Did they all help you growing up?
Yeah, they all help me big time. They get me to practice every day, buy my new gear if I need it, and always there to support me if the game doesn't go great, or if it goes great, then they're always cheering for me. And
you're talking about the Blackhawks. I know Patrick Kane got traded. Patrick Kane, right? Yep. He got traded to the Red Wings. So.
That is correct. He was on the original squad that I followed back in the day. It was him and Jonathan Taves tearing it up. Sad to see him go, but always a time to leave, so all good.
Now you got Bedard.
I think we'll get to him later in the podcast, but Bedard, favorite player currently, probably.
He is?
Probably.
Yeah, Connor Bedard.
True sensation.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Who helped you the most becoming the player who you are? Like, it was mostly your family? Like your uncle?
I would say my family probably introduced it to me, and then I would say got to give credit to my friends. I've played with them pretty much my whole life, so any development I've had goes through them. And I would say my family more structures like the person I am on and off the ice, if that makes sense. Like bringing the character and sticking up for my team and like that type of the game. Whereas I feel like the coaching side and skill standpoint probably comes from my coaches and my friends. Especially I want to give a shout out to Mr. Cashman, Aiden Thomas's dad, because I've been with him pretty much my whole career. I've always been on one of the two boys' teams, and he's always got a little insightful point for me to work on the little things to get me better and keep me going.
Yeah, whenever I talk to him, he always comes up to talk to me. I always talk to him sometimes. He always gives you tips to help you play in the games. He's really nice.
Yeah, great coach, nice guy, love him.
Yeah, me too. He's really nice.
Yep.
And I have a question about your number. Your number 5.
Yep.
You played with it freshman, sophomore, and now junior.
True.
Is there a reason you picked number 5?
I've always been number 5. Growing up in the fall seasons, summer seasons, I've always been number 5. Gonna stick with it through high school probably. Number 5 in pretty much everything I do. Baseball, soccer, and hockey nowadays. All number 5, and that all goes back to my mom. She was number 5 in her days, and I think when they asked her what number I wanted to be as a mite, she told me number 5, and I've always stuck with it since. It's just stayed.
Number 5?
Number 5.
It's like the family tradition-ish, kind of like that?
I guess so. I mean, she played with it in both high school and college, so it was great to keep the legacy going, I guess.
Yeah.
Say that.
It's really nice to see you then with number 5 on your shirt.
Love number 5. Glad it was available freshman year for me to take, and we'll stick with that probably next year.
So it's like,
in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah, we'll see you. So now we're gonna know you next year.
Hopefully.
We're gonna know you as a senior.
Yep.
That's for sure.
When you see number 5 out on the ice, that will be me.
Yes, it will. I'm also curious of how you keep improving as a player. So, like, how do you stay motivated to go to your practice and games? Like, I know some days you get busy, homework, and, like, other stuff you have, but, like, how do you stay motivated?
Well, I just think of hockey as like a relief system, kind of. Sometimes you're overloaded with school and I guess drama and stuff like that. So it's just kind of a way to break free and have fun with it out there. Honestly, like if you work hard in practice and you're willing to go to work, then it'll show up in the games. So I think everyone likes winning, and winning will come fun. So if you work hard, that'll show up, and I truly think that and like to employ that through my work in the off season and at practice.
That's really nice to hear. So
Yeah.
you just gotta keep doing your best in practices, and it will pay off for your games.
Yep, pretty much. You keep doing your things right, and hopefully things will go right for you. That's how I like to say it.
Sounds good. Really nice. And growing up or now, did you have any habits that you had that once you broke those habits, you got a lot better as a player?
On the ice?
Yeah, on the ice.
I would say when I was younger, I liked to flick my shot a little bit. It was more of a flutter, flip up than an actual shot. So I think once I was able to get out in the driveway and break that habit and get over the puck and shoot with my body, I think it's helped me a lot. Still room for improvement for sure, because not the hardest shot yet, but we're getting there. And I think using my body and paying off in the work in the driveway has paid off. So.
Yeah, you just gotta think, like, use your body for the player. You gotta use your body for your stick. You gotta put the power.
Yep, 100%.
Yes. I know for me also, my shots aren't like, they're pretty nice, but like they're not hard. I'm not like, you still gotta like put the power in from like the body. I'm not used to that yet. I still gotta practice more, but
yeah, I still gotta use your strength and put pretty much everything you got into it to put a little heat on it. But I'm sure your shot's pretty good.
Yeah, because we saw your shot against Nashoba.
Yeah, it was good bounce from my teammate, but I guess shot went in, so that's all I can be happy about.
Yep. And I have these final questions for you just for fun.
Perfect.
The first final question is if there was any player like in the NHL that you could bring to play with you now, who would it be?
I think I mentioned his name before, and we're gonna go with him again. I gotta go with Connor Bedard. The guys know I got a Bedard jersey. I like to wear it a lot, and just bring some speed, talent, and character to the squad. I think pretty good goal scorer like him and the Calder Trophy winner might help the squad and get us a few wins.
Yeah, he's very fast. His shots are very nice. Like, it
Very
goes
nice.
all to the corner, all to like the top. I don't even know. It's so
Always barring in. Love to see it.
it is very nice to see.
Would help out the squad a lot here.
It
Need
would.
some goals.
Yes, you do. If you had one tip for making hockey even more fun, what would it be?
Tip for making it fun. I mean, everyone, as I said it before, like everyone loves winning. So if we're gonna get the job done and keep winning, then that'd be great. So just put in the work, and hopefully you'll get the job done in games. I would say just have fun with it. Don't overthink a mistake you have. If you let that get in your head, it's gonna probably snowball and affect you and possibly your teammates, which could hurt the squad and honestly just take the fun out of the game. So if you forget your mistakes and just have fun out there, I think it'll be a good time for all, and especially you.
So is that what like you try to do to everybody? You try to make them not think of their mistakes and just make them think in the game and make them like do their best?
Yeah, I mean, people always say the future's a gift and the present is, you can't really change the past. So I always like to keep the vibes high, and especially on the ice with my goalies especially, and other players. If something goes wrong, we got to move on to the next play and keep going forward.
Yeah. That's a big part of the game.
Big part of the game.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have a stick challenge.
Okay.
Now it's going to be the really fun part. So we're here with Sawyer now. He's going to do the stick challenge. And here you are. This is the stick.
Thank you.
And this is the tape.
Oh, gosh. All right. See
and
how this goes.
you're going to have to go as neat and as fast as possible.
Neat and fast.
So we're going to see how you do.
Would you say one counts more than the other? Or?
Honestly, probably say, I'll do a little more speed than neatness, but you
Alright.
still kind of need like the neatness. You can put the first strand
Do you want
on.
Do you want like?
You can see like the outline.
Where do you want me to go here?
So probably like here
All right.
to like, you can start here. So you can put the
All right.
tape
So
right
heel
there.
to like half the way down the toe.
Yeah, you can
Alright,
probably
sounds
see
good.
a little bit of the outline.
All right, we'll start on the back. So I'm gonna put my first
You
layer.
can put the.
My first layer like there.
Okay.
That's probably good, right?
Okay.
Here we go.
So now we're gonna start here with Sawyer, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. You got this.
Put that.
Never mind.
It's pretty easy. Tape her up. Usually I'll go heel to toe, but not too bad.
You do half toe, yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, no, you just missed one part.
One little dent.
If you didn't miss that, I think that would have been a nice tape job.
Yeah.
So now, this is Sawyer's tape job here. He did a good job. He just messed up on one strand here.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is playable.
Yeah, it's probably playable, but tried to move too quick and missed a little spot, so didn't want to go back for it, but made up for it. It's all good.
Yeah, you did make up for it. That was really nice. And that's your tape job there for
Perfect.
your time. We won't review Sawyer's time until the end of the season, and this is his tape job. Not bad. And you will not know anybody's time until the end of the season, and we'll review them to you guys. And before we leave, I have one last question for you. Actually,
sure.
I
What's up?
can't leave. I keep thinking of more.
I'll fire away.
So I remember Ian saying that I think it was a North Attleboro game.
Yeah, North Attleboro.
Your
I
coach,
think I got the moment you're talking about.
your coach, or one of the coaches, I forgot which one, got mad at you. Or mad at the team, and then he knocked down the trash bin, and it went all over you.
Yeah, so that was North Attleboro. I think we started very flat. Didn't come out with energy. Long bus ride had us in shambles by the end of the first. So coach came in. This was my freshman year, so this was Coach Alice. Coach came in, said he wasn't going to kick the trash can, so it sounded like that had happened in the past, but said he wasn't going to kick it, and next thing I knew, I saw a trash can flying at me, and it spilled in my lap, and his son, actually, Sean Hallis, came over and said, "Don't worry, I'll clean it up," but it's always a moment to look back on and laugh, so good time, I guess.
You guys go to win. Did you still win the game, or?
I believe we did go on to win the game, or we lost by 1. But either way, I mean, I didn't really play much, so I don't think it was directed at me necessarily. I think it was just frustration, and it happened to come at me. But always a fond memory to look back on.
It must be fun.
Yeah.
Do they still make fun of you for it?
Here and there, like little comments will come in. Like I'm pretty sure against North Attleboro when we won this season. Some of the boys were joking with Coach Belbin that he should come in and kick the trash can again. But, just little things like that. I wouldn't say it's a big deal anymore.
Luckily, he didn't, though.
Yeah, luckily he was not flying at me, so
Yeah? So,
pretty much just kicked it against the wall. But besides that, it was fun. Good
Yep.
times.
So now, I think that's the end of the podcast here today. So thank you, Sawyer, for being here again. I really appreciate you coming up on the podcast.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Can't wait to see you in your next game.
Sounds good.
You better.
Hopefully we'll come out with a win.
Yes, and you better score.
I'll try. Maybe I'll do a better tape job than that, so help me score. But
Yeah,
you know,
I'll make
good.
sure to record your tape job on the ice. If
Oh,
I record the game, I'll record it. See how much better you do.
all right, I'll show you my tape job on the ice. I'll go
Yeah,
heel to full toe. I'll cover the toe, and you won't see any marks or dents like that.
I'll zoom into it.
All right,
Make
sounds
sure
good.
make sure everyone sees it.
Sounds good.
So make sure you guys watch the Westboro TV game, and you might see what his normal tape job would look like.
Yeah.
Um
Tune in tomorrow.
and
Long Meadow.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Long Meadow. I think at I believe 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay, I'll be.
That's away though. It's a tough game.
Oh, it's
Long
away?
bus drive. Long bus drive. I believe our next home game is next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Think.
It's Wednesday is mostly always like home or around home. Like
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens that our home rink is another team's home rink, so it's an away game, even though it's at North Star. Like Wachusett and Algonquin share our same rink, so it's nice sometimes.
Hey, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode of Puck Pals. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Sawyer, and bye. Go Rangers.